Hi, everyone. Welcome. Today, it's Monday, February the 13th. Can you believe how awesome 2017 was? It feels like just yesterday we were all together. Oh, wait, it was kind of yesterday, right? I am still on cloud nine from our time together and even more excited about building this business. And we get to do it together. So today, I wanted to connect with you and equip you with some tools that will help you attack this Go promotion and maximize every dollar that's available through this promotion, but also really get focused to commit all month long, pedal to the metal, doing more than you thought possible, and quite frankly, making the impossible possible, because that's what we do with It Works. We make the impossible possible, and we're gonna do that with this awesome Go promotion. And I wanna make sure that you and your team is equipped to make the most of this time. So with that being said, let's recap. We're gonna be going for it all month long, right? We have so much to work for, and I cannot wait to hear about all the stories coming out of this promotion. The amount of money people earn, what they do with the money, people breaking through barriers, believing and doing more than they ever thought possible. That's what it's all about. All of this is going to be so exciting, not just for you, but as your team grows. For you to share the success stories of people building this business and having massive success. Whether you've been in for a day, a month, a year, or 10 years, the sky's the limit for each and every one of us. And here's what I want you to know today. The time is now. The time is now for you to go out and change your life. And as you do that, you're going to impact countless number of lives that are a part of this business with you, because you can't get where you want to go if you don't help countless of others reach their goals too. So what I want to make sure is that you're plugged into Wired. Log into Wired. It is going to literally lay out for you what kind of bonuses you can earn with this Go promotion, how much time you have to go for it. And it's like an individualized plan just for you. It's going to take a lot of the guesswork out of planning to hit that next rank and hit that promotion and hit that bonus. So make sure that you're connected with that. I would still schedule a time to meet with your sponsor or your line of sponsorship to talk about different ways you can go about meeting these goals. All right, so let me remind you, this promotion is simply to add gas to the fire. The real money is wrapped up in our compensation plan. So let's begin our talk today by being intentional to get to an event. You just came out of conference. You might be thinking, I am high and I'm never going to hit a low again. That's not true, because after a high comes a low, and after a low comes a high. And the best way to stay in the highs is to build your business from event to an event. So you just left 2017. And so the next thing we want to make sure is scheduled for you is a one team, one mission in your area. Even if you've got to drive several hours, I can promise you it'll be worth it. These are run by our triple diamonds and above. So you're going to hear some crazy success stories coming out of these one team, one missions. They are geared towards prospects. So get guests with you to these events. But even if your guests decide not to come last minute, go anyways, because we're going to go all year long, especially through the next couple of months. And it's just going to keep your mindset and your belief where it needs to be. The other thing I want you to do is get one of our upcoming boot camps on your calendar, okay? So go to the events.itworks.com calendar to find a one team, one mission and to buy a ticket for one of 3 boot camps we have coming up in March, April, and May. So whether you go to Dallas, Arizona, Grand Rapids, a couple of them, or all 3, prioritize the power of events and what they will do for your business. Everything from your belief to your mechanics and everything in between. Okay? So let's go ahead and talk about our February goal getter sheet. And if you have yet to print that off, I want to encourage you to do that immediately. This is going to give you your game plan for all of February so that you can go at lightning speed after those bonuses that were just announced. And we've kind of laid everything out here for you, including how many people you should be contacting, who you should be contacting. And we've even given you some example scripts of what to say, including some ways in which to build your business. Yes, we rap, we blitz, we party, we use social media, but there's still so many more things you can be doing to build your business on a daily basis. And we have literally laid that out for you, okay? And I want you to take this as a starting spot and build on this. Collaborate with some sideline sisters and some of your team members and find additional ways you can build this business on a daily basis outside of what you already do. Back when I started this business, we used to say we threw everything, including the kitchen sink, at this business, not because we didn't know if it would work. It was just a matter of when and where we would meet that next runner, whether that's at an expo, whether that's at a networking event, whether that's at your son or daughter's next sporting event. The idea here is to constantly be networking and growing that list. So when talking about that list, let's go ahead and start developing that list for February. What we want you to do first on this goal sheet is to put down 10 new people you have not yet spoken to about the products. Who are 10 people that you've either wanted to talk to or just met and you need to talk to, and you need this to hold you accountable for doing that? Write down those names. Also, write down 10 people you want on your team. Now remember, we talk about the kind of characteristics we want in a dream distributor. Don't write down somebody's name that does not possess those skills. And, typically you're thinking of somebody that you're like, oh my gosh, I would just die to have them on my team. That's who I want you to write down on this list. Whether they seem to make all the money in the world, have all the freedom, or they seem to need money or need something to do. Those names need to get written down and then start making contact. And again, we have provided you with several scripts to know what to say when you're initially reaching out to them, or even possibly for those you're following up with. And that leads me to the next section of 5 people you want to follow up with this month about the products and or the business. Okay, people that you've maybe already been talking to and their answer has been like no or not right now. It's never too late to reach out and say, listen, I know you were interested at one time or another, and I wanted to connect with you and share with you this awesome Go promotion our company just announced. And if there was anybody I would want to do this with, it would be you. What are my chances? So I want you to get these names written down. And if you're struggling to do this, or you need some accountability, like I said, get together with your mentor, your line of leadership, or a sideline sister or brother to help hold you accountable to getting these names on your list, and then to begin contacting these names on your list, okay? So this is only to get you started. For those of you that know you need 28 more distributors to hit double diamond, or maybe you need 13 distributors to go diamond, you're going to want to do a lot of everything to build your business, to get new people on your team. So let's commit right now to contacting 5 people a day, 10 people a day, 20 people a day. If your goal is bigger, your commitment is going to need to be bigger. How many people will you talk to about the business every day or follow up with every day? And then you're going to want to constantly add how many more names daily to your list, whether that's through social media, through blitzing, other forms of networking and contacting. You will use follow-up strategies to meet new people, but realize there are more ways than blitzing and partying to building your business. And that is why we have given you a list of ideas to build your business outside of blitzing and rap parties. So make sure you look at the backside of your sheet for the month of February to just generate some new ideas, some fresh ways to build your business. And maybe you say, gosh, I'm all social media. Well, I think it's time for you to get outside your comfort zone and create some new ways to build your business. It's called diversifying, and a healthier business is one that has multiple ways that they are building. And so we want to just give you more ideas to throw gas on the fire to what you're already doing. And as you go out and reach that Go promotion that you have set for yourself, this is just going to help you get there quicker. All right, so let's keep going. As you look at this sheet, there are goals for blitzing. There are goals for rap parties. There are goals for social media. How many times am I going to post daily? Again, remember, we're not posting, as in like an advertisement and spam and just a generic picture. And we're not saying that that's not appropriate sometimes, but we're really encouraging you to personalize it. Take a selfie. You living, the It Works life every day. Maybe you living the blitz. Maybe you hosting wrap parties so people can see how we build this business. A lot of times people just need to see a concrete idea of how you're doing it every day, because otherwise they just don't know. And if they've never done anything like this, that is going to be what holds them back from beginning this business, is just not knowing what it's going to look like to build it. So we also provided a space for you to keep track of your steps to success. All right. I love it. Corporate has thought of everything this time, and everything you need to hold yourself accountable to being a massive success in the month of February, March, April, and beyond is right here at your fingertips. So now you just need to take action. Keep track of your steps. Be consistent with the activities that you've committed to this month, and let's go ahead and let's just start putting it into play. I mean, we can talk all day long, but let's start walking the walk. All right. So one of my favorite quotes is, you only need 20 seconds of insane courage for something incredible to happen. I'm ready. Are you ready? I want to help you start taking action. As a matter of fact, I want you to borrow my confidence. I want you to take these suggestions that I'm giving you, and I want you to implement them right now. And I can promise you this, you feel more excited and fired up just being with me and knowing I'm right here with you as you send these messages. It's going to give you the courage you need to send that message via Facebook, via text, or pick up the phone call after we get off this time together. Okay. You are in business for yourself, but you are not by yourself. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to send this message right now to at least one person, and especially one of the people that would go under this category of 10 people I want on my team. When I think of that, I think of somebody that I just would die if they joined my team, because they're well networked, or they just got such a great personality. They've got a great work ethic. And maybe it's all three. So I want you to send this message. Are you ready? If it's somebody you have already talked to about this business, I want you to simply send the message, what's it going to take to get you to do this with me? That's it. What's it going to take to get you to do this with me? Don't elaborate on that. Don't soften it. Just say that. What's it going to take to get you to do this business with me? Okay, so that's the first one. And for those of you overachievers out there, this is another one. So this would be for someone you've already talked to, but they're dragging their feet, or maybe they started ignoring you. Then I want you to send the message that simply says, if I could do this business with anybody. Oh, I'm sorry, this is for the person that you've never talked to yet. The one that you've already talked to, they're ignoring you, they're no longer talking to you, you wonder what happened to them. That's the one that you send, what's it going to take to get you to do this business with me? Okay. Now this is for that person that you've just been, for whatever reason, not able to reach out to and contact yet. And today's the day. Today is the day that you are going to reach out to them, and you're going to say, if I could do this business with anybody, and I mean anybody, I would want it to be you. What are my chances? What are my chances? And that's it. Don't elaborate. Don't soften it. Don't change it around. I want you to send it just like that. If I could do this business with anybody, and I mean anybody, I would want to do this business with you. What are my chances? Now, if you haven't done a good job of being bold and talking up, about your business, they might say, well, what are you doing? I didn't know you were doing a business. And then you get to tell them something very simple, like, oh my gosh, I work with It Works. We're a health and wellness company. We have about 40 products in our line, and our flagship product is a wrap that tightens, tones, and firms. Zip it. Again, we're not the message, we're the messenger, and we simply want to create dialogue. It's not about getting a home run hit in the first conversation. It's about moving the conversation towards growing your team or growing your customer base, okay? So those are a couple examples, and we've given you more examples on the back of your goal getter sheet for February. And so use those. And really, this is just a starting point. connect with a sideline team member or an upline or a sponsor and spend more time messaging, utilizing each other to throw ideas off of what you should say next or how you should reach out to this contact. Again, it's being thoughtful, but it's keeping it simple and it's being intentional. So when somebody asks me, tell me more about your business, I'm not just going to tell them everything I know about it works. I'm going to say, I would love to. What are you looking to know more about? They may simply just want to know what it costs to get started, and yet I would have told them everything that I could even possibly think of with that open-ended question of tell me more about your business. So I think sometimes we need to get very specific, very intentional, have fun, be direct, not annoying, not, staying in their face. And we're certainly going to work with you to coach you how to do that. And I can promise you this, you've got a team of people around you that want to see you succeed. When you succeed, they succeed. And that's why we do this business together. But sometimes it takes you stepping outside your comfort zone to say, hey, I would love some help. This is my goal this month. I'm going to go for it. This is what I'm going to go for. Do you have any suggestions about what I could do to take even bigger, more massive action for this promotion period? Use this time coming out of conference to really take that momentum to build your business. I've heard so many stories just from the beginning of the year of people that left conference and doubled and tripled and quadrupled their business. And here's the deal. It came down to belief. It came down to seeing people on stage like themselves that they thought, if they can do it, I can do it too. And you're sitting here, whether you were able to be there live, whether you watched pay-per-view, or whether you're simply hearing the residual coming out of that event, and you're feeling that same way. And here's what I know. There's no reason it can't be you. So just like Russell Wilson asked his team, the Seattle Seahawks, as they were heading in, as they were beginning their year, why not us? Why not now? I want to ask you that question. Why not you? Why not now? This promotion, this season, it is for you. And you can have anything you want to have as long as you're willing to go after it. That's it. That's how simple it is. That's the secret. So let me look at my notes, make sure I'm not forgetting anything because I just get so excited. All right, so let's talk about our basic strategies for the Go bonus. Okay, remember, you're going to print off your goal getter February sheet and you're going to fill it out. You're going to make sure you are connected on wire and you see your goal right there in front of you. What bonus are you going for? What level is that? And when do you want to get there by? Write that on your February goal getter sheet across the top, okay? Then I want you to see how many distributors you need to hit that next promotion. Again, while you're not the one responsible to making sure all those distributors join your team, at the end of the day, if you know what's needed, it's much more likely that's going to fall into place, and you are much more likely to see the work required in front of you to know the kind of attention in detail that you need to give your business in order to make that happen. All right. How much time will you prioritize daily to build your business? Ooh, that's a good one. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. And when you say no to things this month on your calendar next month, that's more time you free up to invest in your business, to build your business and go for that Go promotion. Every time I say no to something, it gives me the opportunity to say yes to it works. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Now is the time for you to grow your business, maximize the momentum coming out of conference to steamroll your business ahead into that next promotion level, okay? Make sure you're getting your personal development in every day, 10 to 15 minutes. Make sure you're spending time every day adding new contacts to your list. Sometime every day, following up with people that you already have contacted, and then really use some more of your time to support the people you already have on your team. And if you have yet to put anybody on your team, guess what? You now have more time to go out and build your team. So you're going to want to do the things required that are going to grow your business, and that's blitzing. That's having wrap parties. That's doing several of the income-producing business activities suggested to you on the back of your February goal getter sheet. Wow, that's a tongue twister. All right, so what I want you to do coming off of our time together today is I want you to schedule some time with your sponsor, Sideline, or line of sponsorship to continue to contact. Don't just take the scripts that we've given you here. Work with some of your teammates to come up with more scripts and send more messages, right? It's whole nother level time, that's for sure. And then I want you to get together to do that, because you can borrow each other's confidence right there. When you get the word no, it's so much easier to get a no when you're sitting with a bunch of your sideline sisters and team members, and it's easier to pick yourself back up and move on to that next contact. This is not easy. What we do is not easy, but I can promise you it will be worth it. So you got to keep on keeping on and put yourself in an environment that feeds your dreams, feed your confidence, and feed your belief, so that you'll keep sending messages and you'll keep contacting people. Man, I want you to take a selfie. I want you to take a selfie with the goal that you're going for this month. Maybe it's diamond. Maybe it's double diamond. Maybe it's emerald. Whatever your goal is, take a selfie with that chart with the words written out. Maybe you just have a piece of paper with the word, I am double diamond, earning however much a month, right? I want you to take a selfie for that and put it out there. That's accountability. And I promise you, whether they're your haters or people that believe in you, they're going to be watching and they're going to see what you do. You know, it's one thing to say you're going to do something, but it's another thing for you to go put massive action behind what you want to accomplish and people to see it come to fruition. That's inspiration. That's motivation. And that's what's going to get people to join your team by the masses. All right. So I want to leave you with a quote. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure everybody on your team sees this video just to get some basic business building ideas, as well as getting on their wired and getting in tune with what is required for them to reach their go bonus. All right. Here's what I believe. The tragedy of life doesn't lie in not reaching your goal. The tragedy lies in not having a goal to reach. It isn't a calamity to die with dreams unfulfilled. It is a calamity to not dream. It is not a disgrace not to reach the stars, but it is a disgrace to have no stars to reach for. Not failure, but low aim is the sin, okay? So there is no such thing as failure when you're chasing your dreams. Oh my gosh, that's so inspiring. It's so exciting to be around somebody who is going after anything and everything they've ever wanted. And I can promise you, it will be hard. There will be challenges. There will be days that you think, what am I doing? Embrace the chaos, embrace the journey, and just keep moving forward, okay? Let's decide now that we are going to commit, not quit. We're going to just do it all month long, all March long, and all April, continuing into the rest of the year. I want you to remember that you can do anything, but you cannot do everything. So if you want to play bigger in business in the next couple of months, you need to go all in. You need to say no to some of the things you can eliminate so you can say yes to your business and invest in your future and your family's legacy. Where will you spend your time and attention this month? That's what I want to know. So let's go after it. You know, we could sit around all day long and talk about why should we, why? I want to say, why not? I'd rather be sitting here a year from now and say, oh, I feel really good about where I am. I tried so hard. I may not have gotten there. Or at the end of the day, you go, I didn't even know it was possible. And I did it. And I did it big. And because of that taking the leap of faith and investing in myself, look at all the number of other lives that were changed along the way. That's exciting. And I would rather live with the pain of discipline than with the pain of disappointment. And that is the choice you get to have right now. So commit, don't quit, just do it.